Welcome to the DogWater and Sales Guy Show. I am the sales guy.
And I'm DogWater.
And we are live back at St. Louis, the home. Well, not really the home because it started in LA and they brought it back to St. Louis and back to LA. But we did it, y'all. We did what we was gonna say. Exactly what I said was gonna happen. Last week, I said we are a week away from a Stafford Cup connection. And what happened on the final play of the game, DogWater himself, if you don't mind telling me?
I'm pretty sure that's QB O'Neal.
I like that. But Mr. Apple, the shit talker himself, played a wonderful game. But when it mattered, Super Bowl, game on the line. Cooper Kupp did what needed to be done. He shut that young man up. And before I give you the chance to say it, Jalen Ramsey, what was you doing? What the hell was you doing? I know you got face mask on a touchdown. We'll get into that later. But like you said, if it was not for Aaron Donald on that last play, could have kissed that Super Bowl goodbye.
Jalen, that was going to be 200 on your ass, one-on-one.
Ooh.
You gave up 140 in one-on-one coverage. Pretty sure I said that. I will take the L on Weddle. He played with a torn pec. Oh my god. I think it was torn in two places.
But you was really talking shit about him a week ago.
I mean, yeah. He played hurt though.
Eric Weddle?
That just speaks to
what's he gonna do?
That just speaks to how poor like the rest of their like secondary / linebackers are at flying around. Like he's a 37-year-old man coming off of the couch, flying around faster than these people. You know what I mean? Like their defense is obviously great because their fucking front four is amazing. But like if he's flying around with the most tackles in the playoffs, it's insane. Like the depth that you're missing in the backfield. Like all the power to you, y'all won a Super Bowl, but
I don't know if you've seen our emotionless robot billionaire owner.
Oh, ours would have been even worse.
He was just like, I'm so happy for this group. Sean and Les and Tony and all these guys, they work so hard. They work great together. And I'm glad we can get it done in Rams' house. I'm like, wow, it sounds like you won a fucking Super Bowl in the brand new stadium you just built. You know what I mean? It really sounds like you just won a home Super Bowl. But like I was telling them, I'm like, these billionaire motherfuckers are literally just like emotionless, detached people. I bet you in Stan Kroenke's head, he was just thinking like, I bet you I probably brought home today off this about 40 to 50 million. You know what I mean? I bet you in that guy's head, he cares that they won, but he really just only cares of it for the lucrative business side of it. You think he really gives a fuck about the football team winning the championships? Like, he's only in sports for the money.
Yeah. He had to give up running the two teams in Denver, the Avalanche and the Nuggets. I think he had to give those to
the Rockies. I don't think he has the Nuggets. Is it the Rockies or the Nuggets?
No, he has the Nuggets. And he has the Avalanche. I think he had to give up those teams, though, to just get into the league. I was reading about that not too long ago. That was when he bought the Rams, though. So he gave those two to his son, who runs them now, which I'm sure he has no involvement in those, Stan Kroenke.
Oh, he does own the Nuggets.
Yeah, so his son runs them. He runs the Nuggets and the Avalanche. And they
own Arsenal?
Yeah, he has Arsenal, too.
And Jesus.
Yeah. That's why, so all I can say is we did not do enough to win the game, but on the 3rd and 8, there's a false start on their entire offensive line, and then they call a holding on the defensive best play of the game. We have our linebacker who's a 3rd-year linebacker.
So I think that actually was a hold now that I've watched it a couple times.
There's no way you call it a hold. Not the way it was being officiated.
He kind of backpacked him a little bit.
T. Higgins got away with a face mask, and it's not going to be called. You can't just call that on a 3rd and 8, deciding the game after he just puts the ball. He bats the ball down in front of him. He literally put his hands on his hips. That was it, and that's within the 5-yard box. So it was totally legal.
He yanked it and then it came around.
Who yanked it?
The fucking the linebacker.
He didn't.
He followed him from behind. He yanked it and then came around him and batted the ball down.
He didn't even have his hands on him to yank him.
Yes, he did.
No, he didn't. There's no way. I've watched it a million times. That was the best play of the game from our defense. He literally batted a ball down in front of the offensive player of the year. He's within the 5-yard box. Where's the yank?
You got to watch on the other side. Look. That's full grip to pull.
Full grip?
Look.
That's his glove getting stuck to his number.
No. On
His
the other
left hand.
side. Look, right hand. That's a full grip on the shoulder pad, underneath the shoulder pad on the back plate.
A grip on what?
On his back plate that's hanging off the back of his shoulder pad.
No, he did not.
Look. Look, you can see the full grip. His hand's clenched. Who just runs with a hand like this? His hand is clenched around his back plate.
You still can't tell me, though, the game wasn't officiated loosely.
But look, is his hand not clenched?
You can't tell me.
But is it not? I'm not saying that. I'm just saying.
I still don't think that was a hold.
But look, is his hand not clenched on the back plate? Is his hand not clenched on the back plate?
Do you see a hold?
He's holding his back plate right there.
Where?
Reed, look at his hand. Look. Your hand doesn't. You have 4 fingers with open gloves in your hand. His hands are clenched.
What if his hand's against his back like this? Like this is the back of. What if this is back? This is the back of his hand.
Watch, he's gonna pull it and propel.
If you're in front of somebody and you have your hand on their back,
look. He's going to pull him back just slightly, and I'm not trying to argue. Like,
I'm not seeing it though.
Watch. You think that he's just holding a fist.
I think his hand's just sitting on his hip.
And you can see the area between where the jersey is.
There's no tug on his jersey though.
You can see it. Right there.
At no point does he have a hold of it.
You can see the indentation of his hand. You can't see it because it's not as big on that screen.
It's a shadow.
It's not as big on that screen. Let me pull it up. It's gripped. Pulled off with it. That's why it's like this now, because he pulled off like that to propel forward. Look.
I still don't see it. You can't have your hands on people though, so I mean that is a penalty.
Right here. Look, you can't see that. You can see the jersey right there. If the hand goes from right here, you can see the jersey scrunching up.
Right there doesn't have a hold of it.
Look, hand in the rib.
The jersey was normal.
Look right here. Look at his hand. You literally just seen the hand go. You can see the hand go from his jersey to pulling it in front. Watch.
I didn't see it.
Of course you didn't. You're a Bengals fan.
There's no hold there. He's literally got it. He's literally touching him. If you're gonna tell me that his glove's sticking to Cooper Kupp's jersey,
nobody said sticking.
Right there, his glove is sticking to his jersey number.
He's literally grabbing.
It's the same that happened on the front side.
He's grabbing it.
You can't. I'm telling you.
He's grabbing it.
I'm telling you, you can't have your hands on somebody. Right there. That's his thumb getting stuck to his number.
Okay. You see the jersey clearly scrunch up right here.
Yeah, but watch, it goes away.
Yeah, because
right here, keep going.
Let
Stop.
go.
Right there, it's gone.
Yep.
There's no grip.
Back on. Still.
There's no grip.
Just look. You can see the jersey pulled across his stomach. You can see the jersey pulled across.
All of their jerseys are that tight. That's what I'm saying.
This jersey's that tight.
Yeah, he doesn't have enough room to grab it.
So look.
I'm telling you, bro. There's no hold. But you can call pass interference. But that's also every play. There's pass interference within the 5-yard box.
The jersey literally goes loose right here when he lets go to bat the ball down. You see the jersey go from being pulled to him letting it go. Look, slow mo. I mean, you won't see it anyway. He won't see it no way. But look, slow mo. See that? You see the jersey just expand?
No.
Look at the back of his jersey right here. The back of Cooper Kupp's jersey. Look how it goes from tight across his stomach. Look how tight it is right now, okay? And look where his hand is. And look at the motion of his jersey and when he goes to bat the ball down. The jersey lets go and he propels forward.
I mean, he also moves a completely different position. His chest goes from being like jutted out to being behind himself.
Pulls
and
him back.
This is the whole point, though.
Let's go.
We have taken like 10 minutes, broke this down, and yet the NFL was able to just call it on the spot. They should have called it pass interference. They should have just called it because he put his hands on it, which you can't do in the NFL.
It's a penalty.
Which is why I don't understand why Jalen Ramsey is thought of as a great corner, because that's the only thing he does is put your hands on it. Puts hands on people. And you saw what happened when he tries to put hands on Jamar. He says, see ya. That last play, Joe Burrow don't get sacked. There's a walk-off Jamar Chase tutty. It would have looked bad for people on Twitter that hated Eli Apple. They would have had to eat that shit.
Yeah, you know.
Now, Eli Apple, you're probably never going to get a ring, bud. I'm sorry. Unless you just hop on like the Chiefs team, but I don't think they're going to take you.
It was a great game.
But nobody won.
Shut up. They won.
Nobody won it. That's my problem.
The
refs gave you 3 chances to put it in the end zone with the offensive player of the year, and Stafford almost fucked it up.
That's like some hater shit. Like, come on.
Tell me.
We had a full game to win. We didn't win. So let's say nobody won. Like, come on. Like, just come on. Be real. That's just like some unsportsman kid like shit.
Was there not a false start? No. Was there not a false start on 3rd and 8? Was there not a false? I've already accepted it.
No, you haven't. You're just saying you guys didn't even win. The ref, like, come on.
Nobody.
If I was a Bengals fan and it was the other way around, I'd be like, oh, you won. Shit, you're the Super Bowl champs.
Because we would have earned it. Because we would have had to. Because we don't get calls. Because we don't have a $6 billion stadium in the hub of the U.S. This is why.
This episode is called Bengal Tier.
This is why Jerry Jones is so pissed that he still don't have a Super Bowl, even though he has Jerry World, because he's put in $2 to $3 billion into this organization, and he still can't get a fucking championship because somehow these referees want to fuck him
because
every year.
He hires bad coaches and they don't win. Let's just call it like it is, right? Everything's rigged. Well, we can never just accept anything.
I mean, you either have rules or you don't, and if you don't abide by them, like, I mean, there's no integrity. It's like the NBA Finals. What was that year? The year that Shaq and Kobe won Game 5 against the Kings because the referee literally rigged the game. Like, legit rigged the game. 3rd and 8, and we have both of the offensive tackles taking a full step before the snap's even gone. But we're not going to call it. We're just going to let it go. It happens to be the exact same play that we have the 3rd and 8 that cost us
It's all a big conspiracy when you lose.
It's not a conspiracy. You just didn't uphold the integrity of the game, and you want to hand out trophies for it.
Dog, like, if you won, you wouldn't be complaining and crying. That's the whole thing. And you're going to make an excuse now of if and if and if.
I would be. Just like Rams fans are complaining about the face mask that happened to Jalen Ramsey.
No, they're not. We're champs. We're champs. We don't got to complain.
People are complaining.
We're Super Bowl champs. Ain't nobody complaining about shit. I'm just saying, if your team won the Super Bowl, you wouldn't be making 100 excuses. That's all I'm saying.
I ain't making any excuses.
You literally have just spent the last 5 minutes.
I'm telling you straight how it is.
That's making excuses for losing. You lost. You had 60 minutes to win the game and you didn't. Like, that's the whole thing. Like
there's not an excuse in there.
Reed, you literally been saying like this is this. Like,
I'm telling you what happened.
You lost.
And you won because of a referee decision. Like, that's not an excuse. That's the truth. Is it not? Like, the 3rd and 8, if they call a false start, do we know what happened?
So the whole rest of the game doesn't matter.
It doesn't.
That's the craziest shit in the world.
Like, how am I supposed to accept the game if you ain't even uphold the, like, integrity of the game?
Reed.
That's what I said after the game. After the game, I said I have to get new hobbies because, like, I can't.
Yeah, you should.
I can't take, like, humans, like, having this effect on my life.
That's just like crybaby type shit.
It's not. Like,
it is. It's like you literally so worked up about, like, humans making mistakes in a football game, like, to the point, like, where it went
mistakes that were probably...
But it went against you. It went against you, so it had to be rigged. It had to be set up because your team lost.
It's not even that. I just want rules to be rules. Like that's my whole thing. I don't understand.
So humans are supposed to, because that's the human nature in sports. Like people get shit wrong.
So you don't like integrity.
What are you talking about integrity? Like what are you talking about?
You don't like.
It's the NFL. You talking about integrity.
You'd rather us not have rules, and you'd rather us not follow them.
Come on, man. Like you guys literally scored a touchdown on a face mask too. So like. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
there's mistakes that are made in a game.
The face mask was also caused by a defensive hold.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do AI refs.
We should.
And then every game will take 6 hours because we'll have to do every play.
And guess what? You would have legit winners. You would know exactly who's the better team.
Look, it's sports, and there's always going to be somebody crying and somebody defending it. So we might as well just go to the next topic.
Nobody's crying.
You are, bro. You lost. Just be like, oh man, maybe next year.
Maybe next year the refs won't suck. I'll say that. Maybe next year the refs won't not call a false start. Bro, like I don't know what you want me to say. Like I'm speaking facts right now. Like do you want to look up the 3rd and 8?
I've seen it.
And it's a false start. Is it not a false start?
When did
Is it not a false start?
When did I?
Is it not a false start?
When did I ever say it wasn't? That's the whole thing. When did I ever say it wasn't? When did I ever say it wasn't? You literally like putting words into my mouth saying that it was. I never said it wasn't. They made bad calls. It's a football game. Bad calls are made every game. Shit gets missed every single game. That's football. Humans make mistakes. That's the whole thing of the game. That's the whole thing about sports, people. You have a full game to leave no doubt. Right? When you get in a fight, there's judges that choose the game. You have a full 15 to 25 minutes to leave no doubt to win the game. You didn't do that, and you lost. The referees made mistakes. Sorry. Like, it happens all the time in sports. Like, it's not rigged against you. No. Like, I
never once said it was rigged against me.
I just can't wrap my head around all that.
I never once said it was rigged against me. But also, Israel Adesanya, your ass is lucky the UFC don't have fucking a real scoring system.
See, like that's the conspiracy theorist in him.
Y'all are lucky.
So like this is the thing, Reed. I just want to give my take. Sorry to cut you off. How do you beat the person in significant strikes in every round? You have more significant strikes in them, right? They score 4 takedowns in the fight. They score 0 ground strikes, and they hold you down for a total of less than like 45 seconds. So, and I'm a wrestler. It's very hard to take somebody down, especially in an open area like a fight. But if you take somebody down, you effectively do nothing on top of them. They get up before, like, you know what I mean? Granted, like in wrestling, it's 2-1, but when you took him down, you did nothing. He got right back up. You didn't hold him down. You didn't land no strikes. You didn't pass guard. You just took him down. He landed more strikes than you in every round. He dropped you. You know what I mean? He dodged more punches. You know what I mean? He stuffed more takedowns.
He actually tried.
What do you mean?
Like he actually like fought instead of like just danced around.
What do you mean?
Like he didn't just like not try to knock out the other. He tried to like kill Izzy. Like he didn't just try to like just put on a show. Like Izzy was just slapping him. Like
that's how he fights. He touches people up.
He wasn't though.
He touches people up.
He wasn't fighting like
Reed. When you fight,
he wasn't being Israel Adesanya.
He's fighting the best person in the world.
Did you say that again? Sorry.
He's not though.
Robert Whitaker is the second best.
Second best? Who's the best?
Izzy is.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. Like
but he didn't make it look like that.
Here's what I found.
Oh my God! Turn this fucking thing off. But like.
He outworked him.
The gap isn't as big as you think it is. It's not about outworking. It's who won the fight. He landed more punches. He dropped him. He put him in more danger. He was in more danger of ending the fight than he ever was against Izzy. He never put Israel in danger for 1 second. He was never in danger. When can you name for me? Can you name for me?
When he was on his back.
That's not in danger. That's a fight. That's not danger. That's a part of a fight. You train guard like the people are comfortable on their back fighting. It's a part of fighting. Just because you got taken down, that doesn't mean, like, if you're on your back, that doesn't mean you're losing.
I don't know. I just saw UFC.
You hate Dana White.
I saw UFC fighters coming out and saying that Robert Whitaker won the fight, so I took their word for it.
That's because everybody's against everybody's fighting style now. Like Like,
I mean, I saw multiple dudes say like
who? Gaethje?
He was just one amongst them.
He fights with reckless abandonment. Michael Chandler, he fights with reckless abandonment and loses more than he wins. Like, it's crazy how like those people talk about how a world champ defends his title and wins his way into the Hall of Fame. You know what I mean? Nobody talks about that. Like, I did my game plan. This guy wants to take me down, hold me down, stay on top of me, beat me up. Yeah, he took me down. He never landed a strike on top of me. He couldn't hold me down for longer than 15 seconds each time. I got right back up. I put him on his ass. I landed more strikes than he did. I landed more bigger strikes than he did. I controlled the octagon. What else can you do? That's the thing about people don't understand the true fine points of fighting.
Yeah, but I mean, can you really say that you control the octagon if you're taken down 4 times?
It's MMA. Takedowns are about timing. It's not about, in MMA, it's not like a wrestling takedown where it's about who gets the greatest position and who does this. An MMA takedown is off timing.
That's part of it, though, right?
No,
control.
MMA is just, it's timing.
MMA
takedown is timing.
They have to have control on the
ground. You have to
have
have control, but that's what I'm saying. He never held him down for longer than 15 seconds.
15 seconds times 4 is a minute. That's still a minute of the fight. That's a
minute out of 25 minutes. He was on top of him and didn't land anything.
Yeah, so that's 5% of the fight. He's on the ground.
But yeah, and he got dropped. That like getting put on your ass with a punch and hurt. That's more equivalent than getting taken down and not getting hit while you was on your back. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's just my opinion. I think Izzy won. I think it was 3-2. And like DC said, he was like, Robert Whittaker is fighting a great fight, but Izzy's just edging him out. He's landing more, and when he gets taken down, he's getting right back up. Like, Whittaker's not taking him down and beating him up. Like, he's getting right back up. He's gonna have to give Whittaker the 3rd fight, though.
Yeah.
He's gonna fight, what's his name next, I bet. He's gonna fight Sean Strickland, the crazy guy, the trailer park meth dude. Have you ever seen his shit? His interviews? Sean Strickland's a fun fighter to watch. He just like goes crazy all the time. Yeah, you see that title right there. Yeah, he was in the gym and he was training 3-on-1. He was just having 3 people run at him.
I think Sean O'Malley said he's a fucking psychopath.
He is, bro. He's crazy.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I cannot imagine sparring 3-on-1.
This was you after the Bengals game. You was ready for this to like 5-3 Rams fans.
If I was storming the field as a Bengals fan at the Super Bowl, this is me finding all the refs. I'm looking for you, Tom Helverson, or whatever the fuck the back judge name is. Fucking jackass. And you side judges that don't know what a false start looks like.
Bro,
why is he literally fucking fighting them 3-on-1? These guys are actually fighting too.
Bro, he's crazy. People love this guy.
He's got 2 guys hanging on him.
Look,
another one.
Literally a smile on his face.
He punched him on the ground. He just throws him on top of the other guy. They've got him holding both of his legs. Oh my god. They have a fetal position on both legs.
And he just smiling.
Just fighting the other
He's
guy.
He's just having the time of his life, bro.
This first part is just like, what
but
in
he's
the
like, come on, you motherfucker. Yeah, he gets into it with this dude when they traded jiu-jitsu.
You try to hurt it. Oh, come on. Why, bro? Why? Whoa, why? Do my pro, bro. Do my pro, bro. What the fuck, man? Why, dude? What? You seen that, bro? You fucking know what you did. You know what you fucking did. Did what? What'd I do? You know what you did. What'd I do? Did you see that shit? Did you see that shit? No, you're a fucking bitch, dude. No, it was a fucking dick move, dude. Dude, how the fuck is that nigga describing me? It's fucking watch the video. Like this. Boom. Yeah, that's a fucking dick.
What did you do to him?
Fucking dick move. That's a submission. Come on, let's go. That's a submission, bro. Let's go with that. No, don't do that. Bro, that's a dick move.
Basically, they was he had a Strickland kind of had like an underhook, and he had an overhook, and he just came down on it, and his elbow was caught, so it just got tweaked in like that. That's why he spinned around and hit him. See it? And then like after he does it again, I ain't gonna pull it up because we wasn't talking like the last 30 seconds. He does it again, and he was like, "I'm fucking done, bro. I'm fucking done." He's like, "If you want to fight, let's fucking fight then. Like, let's go throw some hands if you want to do all that shit." And then he was like, "I'm fucking done."
That's the only reason. I also wouldn't do this, but like if I went into like a boxing or like a jiu-jitsu type shit, like I'd get hit one time like too hard, and I'd be like, "You motherfucker!" And then like I'd try to hit them too hard, and then next thing I know, I'm waking up in a emergency room. I'm like, "Hello."
I need to start going back to jiu-jitsu. I used to go, but like the way my schedule was set up, I could never learn anything. Like the day I was able to go was like the day where you just rolled all day. Mm-hmm. And like, bro, these black belt motherfuckers, they need to be arrested. These motherfuckers are walking the streets, not in the military, just like a car, like a fucking like a warranty salesman, like motherfucker walking around choking people with it. Grab a motherfucker up. Because I wrestled. My coach is a black belt, bro. I double-legged him, took him down, and he was holding me in his guard. I'm trying to pass. He's literally just holding me. Got the back of my neck basically in like a butterfly guard. And he literally be having his hands taped up, like two fingers taped together, and like wrist and hand taped up. And he'll literally just grab the back of your head and like take his knuckle and just put it in your eye and like pull your head into it and like grind this shit into your eye. Like do shit like that. He'd be like, "Come on, Dre, you gotta keep moving. You gotta keep moving." And I'd be like, "Look, bro, I have customers, all right? I'm not finna fucking go to work with my fucking black eye and shit, motherfucker." But jiu-jitsu is fun. They like to make a lot of wrestler jokes, so lay on top you like a wrestler. Look, buddy. Come get in the circle, motherfucker. But I actually was in Dallas this weekend for the bout at the ballpark, and I almost had to go crazy on a young lady. We're gonna take a break in a second, but before we go, if you're in an aisle with about 30 people, right, and there's people constantly walking through, right, would you put your drink in the middle of the aisle, or would you hold on to it or put it under the seat?
There's probably couples, right?
No.
There wasn't?
No, it was like little.
Then yeah, under the seat, or I'd hold it, yeah.
So some drunk girl, every time you would go to the bar, she'd be in somebody's face. She had hers in the middle, and I didn't see it. Like, sorry, I wasn't staring at the ground. I'm like, "Excuse me," and I accidentally knocked it over. I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry." She's like, and I was like, "Maybe you shouldn't put it in the fucking aisle then." And then she was like, "Sorry, bruh." And I was like, "What is that supposed to mean, bitch?" Like, you know what I mean? I'm like, you know what? Let me leave it at that. And shout out to Bader. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back. And we are back on the DogWater and Sales Guys show. And as like we do, as soon as we come back from our break, I'm going to have you step into my office, a new segment that we like to do every week where I go over some new videos and get my co-host DogWater's reaction to them. So let's go to the first one.
What's your name? Jigga. Your name is not on the list.
I didn't even look yet.
I don't have to look.
What do you mean?
Motel 6 is right across the street.
But I booked here.
No, you did not.
Yeah. Yes, I did.
Either you leave or she's going to help you.
What?
She's helping you. Go there.
You know what? I'm just gonna leave.
Leave.
I'm just gonna leave.
Come on. That's funny. As you can tell, I've been down in the dumps lately because of the loss of the Super Bowl. But that was funny ass fucking. He was good at the voice, dude.
Right, I know. He does that shit all the time.
I wish I
on
could be able to
TikTok.
do that shit. I would do that all the time.
He does it all the time.
I would use the hey. I'd be like, hey, because like people be turning around like expecting like a old white lady like with or just a middle aged white lady with like some curls or something on her hair.
Look and see this
Yeah,
nigga.
he's just standing there. He's like, what's up?
All right, here's this one.
We got this, and food. And that here.
Oh my god. I feel so bad for her hip.
You alright? You want me to keep you recording? You got me to messed up. Do you want me to keep recording?
I think we need to break that one down and like Jesus Christ.
Oh shit!
She said, "You want me to stop recording?"
Look how she pulled the piece off.
I'm just watching the chair now. That pizza pull.
She held it up and said,
Ungodly. Watch the chair. Watch the chair. Watch the chair. I just hope that her like hips are okay because like she fell right back on that right one.
"Oh my god!" She said, "Oh my god."
She said, "You gave me the messed up chair." I think they're all messed up.
Here's another one.
Stay away from the other people, you hear me? You just stay in this fucking chair, get the fuck out! You let it get, I'll kick you out myself!
The funny thing I noticed is watch the black dude sit down. As soon as he heard somebody yelling, he sat down too. He heard dude yelling and was like, "Let me sit my ass down."
Stay away from the other people, you hear me? You just stay in this fucking chair,
You filming?
Watch him look.
Oh, that guy.
I'll kick you out myself!
Oh my god, I didn't even notice that.
He was like, "Let me sit my back."
He said, I'm gonna go sit down for this dude. This dude has a wrong look at me.
He said, "Oh yeah, they kicking niggas out today."
Let me go sit down with this towel on my head.
DogWater, you're a math guy. I know it can be sometimes frustrating trying to teach people and help people out learning shit. Has it ever felt like this for you?
What the fuck? Come back to 10. Forget the fingers. Come back to 10.
He was right?
He said 11.
Yeah.
Oh my god. And I had one more. But while I pull this one up, what did you think of this year's halftime Super Bowl performance?
Lit. As lit as it could get. I liked how Eminem went against the NFL and knelt.
Yeah, they said they was fine with it. Some people were saying that they didn't know about it. I think honestly the NFL probably did know about it.
Oh yeah, they definitely knew about it. He had that shit in the works.
Yeah. He probably was like, "This is the only way I'm doing it," or some shit like that.
I mean, that's how business works, people. If you want to do it, who's gonna stop you if you're Eminem on the biggest stage? Like, he definitely just told the NFL, "No, I'm not gonna do it," and then just said,
Right.
I had no idea what he was doing at the time. I was like, what is he doing?
And I want to give a shout out to Dr. Dre for the Pac tribute. Mm-hmm. When he did that.
I thought Haley
and it was like literally like 45 minutes. I'm like, what fucking song is that? I'm like, it's just like I was having a mental block. And I'm like, what fucking song is that? And then I called my sister. I'm like, what song was Dre just playing? She was like, that's Pac, I ain't mad at you. And I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, I could not even think of it. But I love that Super Bowl show because, like I was telling you earlier, man, that shit took me back in time. Like I was saying, dog, I remember when I was 8 years old, I was in the 2nd grade when 50 Cent in the Club came out. It was the day the shit dropped. Me and my brother got out of school. We used to watch 106 in Park. My brother was 6 years older than me, so he in junior high. And we watching 106 in Park, eating fucking cheese puffs and drinking sodas and shit. And we see a nigga with his shirt off and a headband on, upside down, rapping. And like, it was like, you know when you a kid and you see some shit and you just like, this shit is hard as a motherfucker. And like the shit he rapping about, I'm 8 years old learning the words. Mommy, I got that X if you're into taking drugs. I'm in here having sex. I'm not in here making love, so come give me a hug. But that shit was hard as fuck. Would you say that was better than when they had Bruno Mars and Beyonce?
I don't remember all of them that well, but I mean, that's the best one in recent memory.
That one was definitely hard.
Did Dre not have... Did he not rap a Tupac verse in that halftime show?
I think he did on California Love.
Yeah, that's what I thought. It was his song too, but I think he rapped Tupac's part.
I think he rapped the Pac verse.
Yeah.
But here's that other video I wanted to show you.
Oh my god. The way he sets down and then just starts revving the engine. Just acting like he's revving the engine. He's like, that's her out.
That shit is funny. I want to play it one more time.
He literally...
He put that bitch down. He like,
just a huge gulp. Like he's like, I'm fucking taking a big ass swing here on camera. Looks over. Replay.
He tried so hard not to look.
The initial like look he had at the police was funny.
He tried not to like move his head. Oh my god. But thank you for tuning in to this week's episode, or this week's segment for Step Into My Office. Leading into our next segment, well, not even our next segment, I had a couple of questions for you. Okay. Mm-hmm. Did you see? I want to watch it because I don't know if you watch. Did you watch The Fresh Prince growing up?
Some of it.
Did you see the shit for the new Fresh Prince they got? Mm-hmm. You gonna watch that?
Probably.
Bro, that shit actually looked kind of hard. I seen they had Easy the Block Captain on there, and I just started watching him on Battle Rap, and I'm like, oh shit, that nigga from Philly for real. And then Meek was on there. I'm like, damn, they got real like Philly actors and shit like that. I wonder if it's actually gonna be good. The dude at work, he was like, my son loves the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Me and him are gonna watch the new show. I'm like, this ain't gonna be the type of show you want to watch. Your son wearing like neon colored outfits. Be a whole show? Yeah, it's a series. I don't know if it's a one, you know what I'm saying? But
not yet. I heard I guess it was before the Super Bowl. I heard one of the producers of it, I think, or the writers, I don't know. One of the originators of it. He made it up, and I think he did like a short film on it, and like then it got picked up by Will Smith's people, and that's where they got all the money from.
Oh, really?
Was he picked it up?
See, I've been looking, and I'm not gonna talk about it long. I've been looking for a new series to watch, and I was on TikTok and seeing some Euphoria clips, and I know you watched it, as many men with man buns do. But do you like Euphoria? I've been hearing so much hype on the internet about the show. I know you watch it with your girlfriend. Do you watch it with your girlfriend, or you just watch it alone?
I don't watch it alone.
I was about to say, I don't know if you watching that shit alone.
No disrespect if you do. Like, I'm not implying anything. It's just not my cup of tea.
I just seen the video where she was having a meltdown. I guess her mom had flushed some pills she got fronted to her. Mm-hmm. What was it, Perks?
I don't know. Some type of drug.
See, the show looked kind of lit, but then again, it seems just like it'd be too much for me. I haven't watched a TV series in a long time. I tried to watch Dexter. You ever watched that?
No. I watched like the first episode.
I watched like a season of it. I just never got any further into it.
Yeah. No, when I don't know, Euphoria, I just don't find it that realistic. Like, obviously I'm not from like a big city or anything, but like just the access they have to a lot of this stuff and like how many of them, I guess they only show the people that struggle, but like, I don't know. I'm just not a huge fan. It's just a lot of showing like negativity in people's lives, which I guess is just showing light and how it's okay. They are really good actors and actresses though.
Yeah, when I watched the video of her like having the breakdown and her mom and sister and shit in there, like it was really, really good acting. I'm sure she gonna win hella awards for it and shit.
But yeah, I went as far like to even just look at like the writers on it. I think there was like 4 writers. I think one writer wasn't from the United States, so like they didn't have a high school experience here. Another one was like, I think one lady was like close to 60, to where like her high school experience, regardless of where she grew up, was like over a half a century ago.
She went to school when they danced like this.
Yeah. When they had.
Hey, when they seen a girl that did this.
Yeah.
How you doing, sweetie?
I would not have made it back in the day with this man bun in. I wouldn't have been able to go home. I would have been ran out of my house. Probably ran out of town. Yeah. Just for wearing my hair.
Well, actually, I don't know, man. In the 70s, like, that shit was normal.
Yeah, that's true, maybe. I don't know. But
I can see you right now with, like, a beaded tank top, like a mesh tank top and a motherfucking long man bun and a beard. They'd be like, yeah, that guy fucks.
Oh, yeah. So there's only 2 other writers on the show. And then one was like I want to say he was like a 30-year-old guy, but I couldn't find if he went to high school anywhere, which was weird. So I assumed he probably didn't go to a high school. If he did, I don't know. It had to be a little while ago. But the other one is...
Which one, Ron Leshman or Sam Levinson, you think you're talking
Sam
about?
Levinson is the one that I couldn't find. Ron is from Israel, and Daphne's like 60 years old. And then the other one is Hunter. She's the... she's in it. She's
Jules.
Yeah, she's the only one with like an experience that like she could actually put on it. You know what I mean? Like,
she said, I love you. She said, you don't fucking love me. You love being loved. I said, oh shit, it's getting thick.
Yeah, so like she's the only writer on the entire show that like has a realistic high school experience. To where like I think a lot of it is through her eyes. And these writers are kind of just like filling in what the parts that are needed.
I tell you, it makes the young women go crazy, that show.
I mean, yeah.
They love Zendaya.
Anything Zendaya puts their name on, everybody's gonna go crazy.
Yeah, next thing you know, women gonna be dressing up like Spider-Man.
Yeah, that was the thing. She literally went from like saving the world in January to being on multiple like life-altering drugs in Euphoria in February.
That's great acting, though.
I mean, yeah, she obviously was doing it last year before all this airs, but
very true.
Like same with Tom Holland though. He went from Spider-Man, and this month he's got Uncharted with Matt Damon, I think. Or is it the other guy? I get Matt Damon and Wahlberg confused sometimes.
See, my boss was trying to tell me, he said I should rewatch Lord of the Rings. I ain't watched it since I was a kid.
I haven't watched that.
Oh, I mean, fuck. I would show you. I'll show you after, bro. I have this video saved from TikTok where this nigga, he's like 40-something years old. This nigga give like a full breakdown of like the elves from Lord of the Rings. And he's like, see, there's 3 types of elves, actually. Legolas, he's really from Midgard, where he's one of the more elite elves where he can and I'm just like, what the fuck is this nigga talking about? And you know, like, black people like that, like, like black people like that got old black parents. So like, this is just the difference to me. Like when you're like a young white kid and you into some weird shit, your parents be like, "Oh, okay," but like. When you black and you come home talking about like Legolas and all these shit, bro, your parents be like, "What?" They be like, "What the fuck is you talking about?" They like, "You need to stop fucking watching that shit." like you know what I'm saying though? Mm-hmm. Like, bro, I remember like I could never imagine like being a kid and trying to tell my grandma about Lord of the Rings.
No, yeah.
She would be like, "Stop watching that shit."
It's like telling them about a video game, like.
Yeah, true.
Like, they don't want to hear that.
Very true. Like, your mom, she'll try to listen, but my black mama is not finna listen about mythical shit. She will shut that down real quick. But moving on, I've got this story I pulled up. I know, have you seen that about Jeff Bezos trying to dismantle that bridge? You see they set up the thing for the next time it comes by. They got like a few hundred people and they bought a bunch of rotten eggs and they gonna throw them all at his yacht when it comes by. Says it's not exactly smooth sailing these days in the Dutch port city of Rotterdam, where locals are voicing their objection to a plan that would temporarily dismantle a historic bridge to enable the passage of a record-breaking yacht reportedly owned by former Amazon CEO Jeff Bezos. Some 13,000 people are interested and nearly 4,000 have said they will attend a Facebook event titled Throwing Eggs at Super Yacht Jeff Bezos, which has been shared more than 1,000 times in this week since creation. Calling all Rotterdamers, I think, is that how you say it, Rotterdam? Or I mean, I feel like that's...
I don't know, Rotterdamers, that's probably how I'd say it.
I feel like Rotterdam, that's like the American way of saying it. And look, when I sell this, it's just a video I seen, and it's not like anything crazy, but I seen a video of this Middle Eastern dude, and he was like, "It's Iran in Iraq, not Iran in Iraq." And then it skipped to this like white dude with a mullet on, and he was in his yard drinking a beer, and he was like, "It's a goat, not your girlfriend." And I was just like, "Oh my God." I was just like, Jesus Christ.
America.
But how do you say this? Because us as Americans, we do say shit wrong often.
Rotterdam.
Rotterdam.
Rotterdamer.
Is it Rotterdam?
No. Click.
Rotterdam.
Type in Rotterdamer.
It doesn't do it. It has to be Dammer.
Rotterdamer.
But anyways.
Would you Rotterdamer, Jay?
But isn't that crazy though?
Yeah. I mean, he's literally taking out a 140-year-old bridge to get his super yacht through. Do you know how fucked that is? A 140-year-old structure, he's just gonna take it out because
just so I can conveniently get through.
Yeah, instead of just building his super yacht somewhere else other than where it's getting built. It just makes no sense. No sense.
What a guy.
That's what you can do when you own the world, you know?
Right.
I mean, he's got to be getting close to being able to just buy a country, no?
If you was rich like that and you didn't have hair, would you still do no hair? Or would you get plugs? High level, like $10 million hair plugs. Yeah, I just feel like I'm poor. I'm just a sales guy, so I don't know. But I feel like having billions of dollars has to be so much more fun with a full head of hair. You know what I mean? Does that sound crazy on my side? I just feel like you know.
I wouldn't want to be bald, yeah. I probably would do plugs. Some type of plug.
So, like, you got long hair. If you was going bald, would you be one of the motherfuckers who, like, let they shit go too long? Or would you accept it and, like, be like, if it ever came that way, you know what I mean? Because, you know, like, you know, like, niggas LeBron it, where, like, they just can't let it go.
I'd probably accept it. It is such a sad thing, though, that you have the hairline, and it keeps on receding. throughout your lifetime.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, I remember back in the day, it was like up here.
I have a brother that's going bald, and he got the top of the head bald. Like, his shit just so thin. Like, it's just been thinning out his whole life, and like, you can just tell by the time he 40, he ain't gonna have shit on the top.
That sucks.
And it's crazy. And my mom was like, you'll never go bald. She was like, you'll have a full head of hair your entire life.
Crazy.
She's like, I can just tell by the way your hairline look. Because that's how my daddy is. And that motherfucker could grow out a fro at 69 right now. But that shit is crazy. Like, it's because I thought about this recently. Like, technically speaking, like, you and your siblings are the exact same person. You know what I mean?
DNA wise.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you have no different. You have the exact same family.
Genetic makeup, basically.
Yeah, but it's like how different y'all can look. It's just crazy how, like, it just basically is the luck of the draw how one kid can, like, look just so much like one parent and another kid can, like, act so much like one parent. You know what I mean? Like, you look and act like your dad, I would say. I mean, I think you look like him similarly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But, like,
I definitely
me...
act like him.
Huh?
I definitely act like him.
Definitely. Very similar. I remember I walked up to him. I was like, what's up, sir? How you doing? Hey, Dre, what's going on, man? I was doing the tournament with him, and I was like, is it all right if I do the announcement? He's like, yeah, that's cool. That's perfect. And I did it, but he had his iPad, and he was like, here's all the music I got on here. And just pick whatever you want me to play. And I see it was like Mo Bamba and Sicko Mo. And I just picture your dad like on the way to work. Just like driving like...
I got home. Calling.
I could just imagine DogWater Senior like just driving like calling a young nigga. Imagine you pass your pops in traffic and see them do it.
He got the windows rolled down, one hand on the wheel, and he got like sunglasses on. He's just like,
right. And I really woulda. That's fucking hilarious. But like, you look and have the same personality as your dad, and I look just like my mom and have the same personality as her. You know what I mean? It's just strange how that's just like, you never know.
yeah.
Like, it could just literally be any way.
Yeah, my dad's skin tone's even like darker than like the normal white person's. And
Yeah, it is.
my brother came out like he's my dad's skin tone. Like he's a whole like tanner shade than the rest of us.
Could you imagine being a white man and like having a woman and then like y'all been together and y'all have a baby and like y'all get to the date and she straight up had like a black or like a brown baby or an Asian baby?
Yeah, that'd be fucked up.
Because you know what I'm saying? If it was a white baby, you wouldn't be able to tell if it wasn't yours or not.
Yeah.
If it was... If you black and have a black baby, you wouldn't be able to really tell off the rip. But like, if you was like a white man, because even if you black and she have a baby with a white woman, or white man, like if you both light skinned people, you'd be like, yeah, I mean, it's possible the baby be bright. But like, if you a white dude and your baby straight up come out mixed with like a little fro and shit, and you'd be like, what the fuck, bitch? I'm gonna kill you.
I'm gonna need a DNA test right quick
Yeah.
before I walk out this hospital.
You know how motherfuckers be. He's still mine, damn it.
Yeah. I'll sign the papers.
I'm gonna raise him like my own.
Fuck that.
See, I want to have a kid that like I can dump off whenever I'm tired of him. You know what I mean? Like, I can just call a service and then they come pick him up, take wonderful care of him, and then when I'm ready to go back to that, I call him back.
Like a babysitter?
Yeah, but like one that can take him for like a week.
What?
To where that's what I'm saying. I'm right now. I'm not there. One day I'll be ready to have kids. That's why all my friends that had kids young, they be like, man, honestly, this is perfect because when me and my wife are 40 years old, we'll be able to go out and do whatever we want. And I'm like, I'm going out and doing whatever I want in my 20s and early 30s. And then when I'm 30 and 40 years old, I'll be raising kids. You know what I mean? I'd rather be having the fun now and then have fun again when I'm 60 than fucking be listening to babies crying and shit through my 20s and then being an alcoholic in my fucking mid 40s.
Yeah. I don't know. There was a it's like a graphic or a meme type thing, but it always said like when you're young you have time and you have energy but you don't have any money. When you're in the middle years of your adulthood you have money and you have energy but you don't have time.
Yeah.
And then when you're old you don't have time, you have money and you have energy. But you don't your time's gone.
You have money and time, you don't have energy.
Yeah, I guess
When
that's
you
what
old,
wrong.
right?
My bad, yeah.
That is true though.
I mean, your time, yeah, it's limited.
You have all the time in the world. You don't work no more, and your kid's gone. You got money. You worked your whole life. Now you just tired as fuck, bones hurting, and shit. Damn.
That's why, like, you can't live by like how the standards have it. The society. You just gotta live kind of what you were just saying, just how you want to.
Like Al Michaels said. I told you about that. Al Michaels said he was like, I haven't knowingly or unknowingly ate a vegetable in the last 30 years.
I do remember hearing that.
He said he ate the only vegetable he had in the last 30 years was a deep fried Brussels sprout. He said, I was just eating and I wasn't looking. I just picked it up and ate it. I thought it was a French fry.
Yeah. I think he said the producer like tricked him too.
He said it was Michelle Tafoya. He said she snuck it onto his plate when they was eating. And that's crazy to think, like, and he said, he was like, whoever tells you need all these servings of vegetables, they lied. Yeah. He said, it's been 30 years, I haven't ate a vegetable ever since. I'm in my 70s and I'm fine. And I'm like, damn, that's true. But that's like the thing, like them old people who drink and smoke and shit, them be the motherfuckers who live to be 100.
Yeah.
The motherfucker waking up when they 60 running 2 miles, that's the one to slip and bust their head and shit.
For no reason.
Yeah.
Just some weird shit that happened.
But we're running out of time. I just want to say it was great you guys joining us for this episode that we like to call Bengal Tears. Shout out to the Rams for the new championship. I am the sales guy.
I'm DogWater.
And we are out. Thank you for joining us.
Hooray.